Hello, it's Ben and I'm back again, and today we're going to replace the blind that's in the condo. So let's take a look at it. Well, this is our blind and it's seen about the end of its life. It no longer wants to pull up or down. A lot of the blades have been broke because of the sun getting into them over the years. So it's time to replace this one and to see if we can find one that's similar. The first thing to do is to take it down, and on this one it's got these little clips that hold it in place. On larger blinds there might be 3 of these clips, but you just press the tab and it should come loose. Once the blind is down, I'll measure it to make sure I get the correct size. I wish they had some that were shorter than 72 inches, but they never do. So you always end up with a lot left over, or you spend a lot of time trying to trim it back. Seems like every few years they change the profile of the top portion of the blind, which means when you change them out, you have to replace those clips that hold it in, and that's what we're going to have to do here. So if you need the instructions, they're fairly detailed and easy to follow. This is our hardware, which turns out to be the 2 clips, some screws, and some plastic pieces. Almost all blinds come with these little plastic pieces with a dimple and some screws. And what they are is therefore if you wanted to attach the bottom. So let's say you have a blind on a door and the door opens and closes, and you don't want the blind swinging all around as you do it, you would attach these to the bottom of the door. They would screw into the bottom of the door and keep the blind from moving all around when you open and shut it. So it's up to you if you want to use them or not, and I am not. Next, I took the new blind and held it up to the clips from the old blind to see if I could put them in the same spot. Well, you can see, as luck would have it, the mechanism for the new blind is right where the mounting hardware was for the old one. So I will move these new clips to the inside, and I'll put some painter's tape on the wall to make sure the new clips are in the right spot. I remodeled our condo in 2007, so that's how long these blinds have been up. And unfortunately, the metal clip has really adhered to the paint, and when I go to pull it off, it ends up pulling a chunk of the drywall off too. I'm not going to worry about repairing the drywall. I'll just move to the other side and remove that clip. And unfortunately, it pulled off some drywall too. I normally fix all these problems whenever I paint a room, and that's what I'll do here. The next time I get the room painted, I'll fix all these problem areas. Now, using the screws that came with the blind, I went ahead and screwed in the 2 clips that'll hold the blind in place. This is where the rod gets attached that changes the position of the louvers on the blind, and you need to make sure you have that facing towards you. The blind isn't labeled front or back, so you don't really know which side you're clicking in unless you pay attention to where that rod connects. And just like that, you're pretty much done. All you have left to do is to hook in the rod that adjusts the louvers. Probably the best feature of this replacement blind is there's no longer that cord that you use to raise and lower the blinds. You just pull it up or down and leave it where you want it. And with a quick turn of that rod, you've got privacy in your home again. Well, the longest part was going to the hardware store and getting the blind and coming back. Inside, it only took about 15 minutes. Well, thanks for watching. I hope this helps. Like, subscribe, check out my playlist, and I'll see you in that next video.